What's up, everybody? Back at it again with another video, and today we have the Nissan Pathfinder. So, as everybody knows, it was a body-on-frame SUV turned into a unibody SUV, which was turned into a body-on-frame SUV, which was turned into a mommy mobile, which was now redesigned for 2022, and we do got a bit to say about it. So let's just start with the performance. So we get an all-new 9-speed transmission sourced from ZF, no more CVT. This is pretty good. However, I do hear in some of the reviews on cars like, I think the Pilot has it and a few other vehicles have it. I do hear it's a little bit slow to shift, and it's not the best, but it is a step up from the CVT. So we do have to applaud Nissan because they've been trying to put the CVT in our heads for a very long time now. We do get an all-new intelligent four-wheel drive as well as a 7-position drive and terrain selector mode, which include Sport, Eco, Standard, Snow, Sand, Mud, Rut, and Tow. And speaking of tow, this vehicle can tow. We're talking about 6,000 pounds when properly equipped. So this means you can tow your yacht. Not a yacht. You could probably tow some jet skis and some building materials, maybe some horses with some ease. We do get a V6 engine. We're talking 3.5 direct injection V6 with 284 horsepower and 259 pound-feet of torque. I do wish that they put the 3.7 in. That's going to be on the new Frontier, and it's on the 2021 Frontier, I think, which makes 310 horsepower, I think. I feel like that would have made the power best in class while still getting relatively similar efficiency with this other V6. But at least we do know with this V6 that it's tried and true because Nissan has been using it for a pretty long time now. So yeah, it's probably going to last you, probably going to be pretty easy to maintain. So it's still fine in my opinion. So Nissan does have a front strut and an independent multi-link suspension. Should be pretty comfortable to drive. So let's just get into the exterior and interior, and then we'll wrap it up with the final thoughts. So the exterior. Let's start off with that V-motion grille. At this point, it isn't really a V. It looks more like a lowercase U or maybe half of a W. But anyways, we do see this divorced headlight design. I'm not sure if I like it. The daytime running lights are at the top, and then the main headlights are at the bottom. There's some fog lights right below on the bottom of the bumper as well. I'm not too 100% sure about the front, but it looks fine enough in my opinion. Most consumers would probably be fine with it. Moving to the side, I do think this is where things do look a little bit better for this vehicle. It's pretty sleek in my opinion. These rims that I'm showing you look pretty nice on it and fit the vehicle as well. They did go for an overall rugged design as we see with the front bumper and the rear bumper and a little bit at the side as well. They did do the black tops as we see with many of Nissan's vehicles. They do like to do a color front body and then they leave the top black. And I think it looks pretty good in this vehicle as well. And they got rid of that floating rear window that they use in a bunch of their other products. And I think it looks pretty all overall cohesive. And I think the back is really nice as well. As we see here, we got Pathfinder spelled out with their brand new Nissan logo, a little bit of black, and then we got their LED taillights at the back. It looks pretty fine. Overall, I think it's a decent looking vehicle. It doesn't look better than its competitors. I think it looks better than a few of them. So I think they did an overall good job here. Nissan's problem isn't really their designs in my opinion, but one of their problems in my opinion is the interior. So let's take a look and see how did they do in this aspect. And overall, I did think that they did a pretty good job here as well. Let's start with this 9-inch display. We do have tuning knobs as well as volume knobs. What confuses me here is why they didn't go with the 12-inch from the Armada, because this is the second highest vehicle before the Armada. So this 9-inch is available on the Rogue and a bunch of other vehicles as well. So you think they would have upgraded it a little bit there. We do get the Bose system as well. It has 13 speakers. In the steering wheel, we do get this 12.3-inch digital display, and we do get this D-shaped steering wheel. The 9 and 3 notches are pretty thin in my opinion. I wonder how it is to work it. I feel like you would like mistakenly press buttons with your thumb or whatever you use to control that. So I would have to actually test it and see it. We do have physical AC controls. Thank you. Right below that, we do have a gear lever for that 9-speed automatic transmission and that 7-inch drive mode selector. We got stitching right across the passenger airbag. And overall, I think it does look pretty quality in here. I think it looks better than a lot of his competitors, but compared to something like a Telluride or a Palisade, I'm not 100% sure about that. And from this top tier platinum trim, it does look like it would kind of match up with something like the Mazda CX-9, which is supposed to go for a more premium audience. Moving to the rear, we do have a nice AC unit. It looks like it's going to be a 3-zone unit. You have fan speed, physical fan speeds. You do get a USB-A port and a USB-C port, as well as a home-style 120-volt AC unit. So from what I'm seeing, this looks like it's going to be pretty built for families who are taking kids in the rear. Their kids are probably going to like the USB ports and also controlling their own temperature from the rear. And also the rear does get that same quality stitched, quilted look that the front does get. So it's a pretty nice touch. Nissan definitely stepped it up. And one thing I forgot to mention is with the front thing, they do get a new bridge-style center console, which allows space underneath. I think the Highlander, it's either the Highlander or the Toyota Sienna, has something pretty similar, and it's a pretty useful tool and is smartly designed element for storage. In terms of rear seat passenger capacity, you do get option for standard 8-row capacity, but in something like a platinum trim, for example, you're going to get a second row captain's chair and then 2 seats in the rear. The middle portion of those captain chairs can be removed for extra space. So it is what it is. Some people do want like the high tier trims with 8 rows, but unfortunately you're not going to be able to get this with this vehicle. It'll be cool if like they offered it in an optional package or something, but it is what it is. Standard, we're going to get standard safety features. We're going to get Nissan Safety Shield 360 with automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning, high speed assist, high beam assist, rear automatic braking, and intelligent forward collision warnings. The car will also have 10 airbags as well as an intelligent driver alertness as well. Available will be blind spot intervention, intelligent lane intervention, front central mounted supplemental airbag, traffic sign recognition, and then there'll also be that navigation linked Nissan Safety Shield 360 Plus, which has a navigation linked adaptive cruise control system. So yeah, in all, I think Nissan really stepped up their game with this car. Their lineup really needed it, and I hope they can get better with their cars as the next generations go on. I do think that this vehicle sort of meets the bar and not really exceeds the bar. Because again, the Toyota Highlander, Kia Telluride Palisade, the Mazda CX-9 are still viable options against this when you look at it on paper. So we'll have to see how these vehicles drives in order to get a true look on how it competes with other vehicles. In terms of pricing and availability, that information is embargoed. And when these automotive journalists do their review, we should be able to find out that information pretty soon. So in all, I think this will be a pretty good family hauler. It'll have decent power, the same technologies as the other competitors. And as we know, Nissan likes to put a lot of cash on their hood in terms of offers for their vehicles. So you'll probably be able to get this on a discount compared to their other vehicles. And I'll definitely take this over like vehicles such as the Pilot, the Traverse, and the Ford Explorer. The other ones are up for debate. But anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I try to do these videos as much as I can within my schedule. If you want to see me drive it, please give the video support as I said before. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Peace.